the city, so that all those in the industrial, so the companies, they are to them the very attractive city, which we are in Yokohama. So in order to facilitate and develop and open up the future, we have been collaborating to attain their goal, so that the long-standing relationship to be based on this idea and history. First of all, Kenya, of course, Kenya included. We would like to push forward that the challenge of those Kenyan industries and companies, the Japanese companies, and also that the areas including all of Africa, we need to learn and grow together. So in order to achieve that, the Japanese government and also the international instruction to be collaborated with together, and we do our utmost. This is my sincere promise, commitment to you. In a sustainable social society is the theme. We will have an expo, Green Expo, to be named of. Would be exhibited. International Expo. There a branch office in Paris. How do you say that it is acknowledged, accredited? We need to have that certification for that the Paris International Expo. Otherwise, we cannot exhibit that sort of exhibition. So after following that Expo 2020, which has been held in Osaka, so following that Expo after Osaka, so we would like to pave the way for the, how to say, exit, maybe that the door to the future for the growth of the international cooperation. As we heard that the President Excellency, we have received that the expression that they will be collaborating with Japan. So 2027, I would earnestly hope that we could meet together in that Green Echo exposition in Yokohama again. And I will sincerely hope that your great happiness and health, and also that the Kenyan investment fruition for the future to come. Thank you for your attention, everyone.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor, and he will be leaving us shortly to attend to another engagement, and we will, Your Excellency, grant him leave. Thank you. The next speaker is really the President of the Yokohama City Council, Mr. Takeshi Shibuya, who together with the Mayor are really co-hosting this event with us. Let's put our hands together to welcome Mr. Takeshi Shibuya. Your Excellency, please.
Jumbo Mambo. I am Shibuya Takeshi, the city chairman of Yokohama City. First of all, I would like to extend my hearty welcome to His Excellency William Ruto, President of Kenya, His Excellency Lee Kenyan Jui, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, His Excellency John Mwendwa, SEO Kenya Investment Authority, and His Excellency Moa Leshmore. We are so happy to have you here all in Yokohama with us. And also, as for the venue, a site, for this forum. This hall has been chosen, which is our great honor. And also that all those participants from Japanese companies and the Kenyan companies, I would like to extend my hearty welcome. The mutual business creation with bilateral governments. I think that the vigorous networking has been created so far through today's forum. I would say that the rapid growth of Kenya, based on that the Mombasa port, how do you say that the distribution development has been vastly generated. So I think that the newly established construction would be heavily, very badly expectant. And also that the linkage between the Mombasa, which is the Kushu port, it'll be the creating that the newly launched facilitation of a mutual trade from the Yokohama City Council. I think that those international collaboration will pave the way for the betterment of the people in Yokohama. So we would like to support, put in much effort to support those companies in Japanese and also the Kenyan companies. And last not but least, lastly, I would like to earnestly hope that your good health and the safety and the flourishment Patan Desana.
Thank you, President of Yokohama Council, Mr. Takeshi Shibuya. Your Excellency, it is now my pleasure to invite the PS for the State Department of Industry to take it over from here and conclude the program. Welcome, Dr. Mukona. Let's give him a hand, please.
Thank you, John. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, our CS for Wildlife and Tourism, Honorable Rebecca Miano, the President of Yokohama City Council, Takeshi Shibuya, the Mayor who has just left, the Kenya's Ambassador to Kenya, my colleague Principal Secretaries, Captains of Industry, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Yeah, I stand here to represent my Cabinet Secretary who is away in the US, and I'll read his speech. He says it's a great honor to join you at this pivotal Kenya Investment Forum. Your Excellency, we've had very good discussions between the Japanese colleagues in business and also the Kenyans that are here. And it is clear from the discussions that we've had today that Kenya is no longer defined by its potential alone. We are now a nation of delivery, boldly positioning ourselves as Africa's anchor economy for trade, investment, and innovation. We are spearheading a transformation powered by three strategic pillars. One is the competitive industrialization. So Kenya is scaling value-added manufacturing across pharmaceuticals, agro-processing, apparel, electronics, anchored in our economic zones and also industrial parks, and supported by regional market access of over 500 million people. Secondly, a green and digital leadership, with over 93% of our energy being renewable and a thriving digital ecosystem. Kenya is Africa's hub for sustainable tech-enabled growth, from fintech to business process outsourcing. Our digital economy is creating jobs and powering global solutions. Lastly, that a high-performance investment climate has been created in Kenya through institutional reforms, including streamlined approvals, investor protection, public-private partnerships, and we are reducing risk and amplifying returns on our investments, and these are the issues that we have discussed. As illustrated in earlier presentations, Kenya offers scale, stability, and skilled talent. We invite all Japanese investors in the room and beyond to forge high-impact sustainable ventures with us, leveraging our clear energy, digital capabilities, and global market. We really appreciate from the ministry your being able to attend this conference that will bring together again the Kenyans and the Japanese companies that are eager to invest in the Kenyan ecosystem. With those few remarks, I want to invite the Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife, Honorable Rebecca Miano, to invite you to speak. I thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Ruto, the Mayor of Yokohama City Council, Mr. Shibuya, and all the distinguished participants. Since I had made my brief remarks, I'll just say that the presence of the head of state of Kenya in this forum underscores the importance he attaches to business and investment in Kenya. And without further ado, may I now request that we welcome His Excellency the President, who is also our Tourism Ambassador 001, to come and make his remarks. Welcome, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Please, let's take our seats. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be with you here in Yokohama for TICAD 9. As our partners and partnership with Japan advances with reinvigorated energy, expanding in scope, deepening in substance, and delivering tangible outcomes for both Africa and Japan. Kenya has a long-standing economic partnership with Japan, anchored by very strong trade, investment, and development cooperation. Japan is today Kenya's third largest source of foreign direct investment, contributing over $205 million in 2024 alone. This investment is feasible in transformative projects such as the Mombasa Port, the Olkaria geothermal plant, and the automotive assembly infrastructure in Kenya. Today, there are 120 Japanese investors operating in Kenya across diverse sectors, from manufacturing and infrastructure to renewable energy and various technologies. They are part of a growing network of businesses that see Kenya as a gateway to African market and a trusted partner in investment and growth. Our trade ties are equally strong. Bilateral trade reached $900 million in 2024, an increase of 33% from the previous year. Japan remains Kenya's leading source of motor vehicles, while our exports ranging from titanium and copper to tea and flowers demonstrate the wide opportunities available in our markets. This morning, I had occasion to exchange notes with my Japanese counterparts on areas of collaboration that require our concerted effort to make it possible for Kenyan exports to find its way into the Japanese market so that we can travel the journey of balancing trade between our two nations. Over the past 50 years, Japan has extended more than $5 billion in development assistance, advancing Kenya's transport, energy, agriculture, and health systems. Recent milestones, such as the $116 million commitment on the Olkaria 7 geothermal project, underscore the continuing strength of our collaboration. Kenya's economic ambitions are anchored in Vision 2030 and our bottom-up economic transformation agenda. We aim to achieve up to 10% annual economic growth by 2030 and increase job creation by 1.2 million jobs every year. Our 5 priority sectors, agriculture, health, digital economy, manufacturing, and climate action, are well aligned with Japan's own development priorities. This alignment opens the door for deepened collaboration in, among others, the following key areas. Digitalization. There is opportunity for us to collaborate in the development of digital skills and training, innovation hubs, and financial technology to unlock over 1 million jobs. Kenya is incubating global software solutions, enabling cross-border e-commerce, and fostering business process outsourcing at scale. Our ambition is to train and export 1 million digital jobs backed by our youthful pool talent and robust connectivity. We are expanding fiber optic infrastructure across Kenya to provide more young people with digital skills and to provide opportunities for them to be able to be connected into the digital job infrastructure that is available not just in Japan, but globally. We also have an opportunity in healthcare. We seek partnership to enhance universal health coverage, strengthen diagnostics and research, and deploy technology to eliminate wastage, improve efficiency in healthcare financing, and expand our access to not just technology, not just health commodities, but also to work with Japanese companies on ensuring that we have the equipment necessary for us to deliver health. Underway between the government of Kenya and our counties is a big program that taps into equipment available for the delivery of our health care. We have, at the moment, a 200 billion equipment facility that we are discussing with our counties, and I will be looking out for Japanese firms to participate in supporting our healthcare program that is currently underway in Kenya by equipping our hospitals at level 2, level 3, level 4, and our referral hospitals as well. In agriculture, we aim to introduce precision farming and smart irrigation to improve food security and raise farmer incomes. We are currently discussing with JICA the expansion of a Ahero rice irrigation scheme in Bunyala, additional rice irrigation scheme in Migori, in Kuja, in Mwea. We are discussing another 40,000 acre facility of rice in Bura and another 50,000 acre facility in Tana Delta. We will be looking out for NERICA, the Japanese strain of rice. We will be looking out for research. We will be looking out for earlier meeting with the Prime Minister of Japan. There was a conversation on how we can tap into African and Kenyan capabilities and potential in food security, not just for our own food security in the continent or in Kenya, but globally as well. And therefore, there will be opportunities for us to work together in that space. In automotive manufacturing, we seek to leverage Japan's very well-known expertise and experience in the automotive space. I remember a few days ago, I had a conversation with the Toyota leadership in Kenya on our intention to transition Kenya's transport sector to e-mobility. And there is an opportunity for Japan to work with Kenya in this space because we are making deliberate, intentional steps to transition to e-mobility. We have already put out our intention to buy 5,000 vehicles for our police and our provincial administration that must be in the space of electric mobility. And I believe that Toyota has an opportunity. I remember discussing this with the leadership there. Also, charging infrastructure and the whole space around green mobility financing. There is opportunity for that kind of conversation, and I hope the teams, both from Kenya and Japan in this meeting, will be discussing that business opportunity that is readily available. On matters to do with climate and sustainability, we want to discuss with Japanese colleagues on joint investment in green opportunities, in ammonia, in green steel, renewable energy, and clean cooking solutions. Again, in my earlier conversation this morning, we were discussing on how we can expand opportunities in our geothermal facilities using Japanese technology and financing. And again, there is opportunity for us to expand that conversation in this forum. Kenya is already a leader in renewable energy with our electricity coming from clean sources. Up to 90% of our grid is not just renewable, but it's also green. And we are scaling interventions in green hydrogen, e-mobility, and climate-resilient infrastructure. Equally, Kenya's financial markets and capital ecosystem are maturing. The Nairobi Securities Exchange is Africa's second most innovative exchange, offering new instruments including green bonds, diaspora bonds, REITs, and ESG-linked capital to finance sustainable growth and capabilities. Again, in my earlier conversation this morning, we were discussing the $500 million samurai bond that is going to position Kenya as one of the countries that will find its way into the Japanese financial sector. As we do that, I invite Japanese investors to tap into the very lucrative market in the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Just so that you know, Nairobi Securities Exchange was the best performing securities exchange in Africa last year. And our currency was among the best performing currency globally. And therefore, there is opportunity for Japanese investing community to find opportunity in investing in Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's economy remains resilient. GDP is expected to grow at 5.6% this year, despite global headwinds arising from what we all know, the tariff regimes that are going on and the trade disruptions affecting many economies. Our inflation numbers are single digit, and through the Kenya Development Cooperation, we have established a green investment fund that, again, I want to interest Japanese investors to crowd in partnerships to scale up the fund to the targeted $1 billion. This fund will support small and medium enterprises which contribute up to 80% of Kenya's employment, and to undertake green investments in priority sectors such as electric vehicles, sustainable agriculture, waste management, and green buildings. Again, there is opportunity for colleagues here to discuss opportunities in that space, as I strongly encourage Japanese fund managers present here today to invest in this fund, which is dedicated to addressing climate change challenges while growing the green economy. Kenya is open, ready for business, and that is why we have signed several multilateral, regional, and bilateral agreements, including the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, that brings a 3.7 trillion market with a population of 1.4 billion people in the African continent. The Kenya-European Union Economic Partnership Agreement that was signed and ratified and came into force last year presents a market of 19 trillion with a population of 450 million people. Again, that is an instrument that has already been signed, that is ready, and there is opportunity for Kenyan and Japanese collaboration to tap into this market. The Africa Growth and Opportunities Act, a 27 trillion market with the United States, with a population of close to 300 million. The Minister for Trade and Investment, as I talk to you, is currently winding up conversation and discussion on a bilateral agreement between the U.S. and Kenya, again to present an opportunity to business people to work together and leverage on these opportunities to expand your enterprises, your businesses, generate more profits for yourselves, create opportunities for our young people, and grow our economy as we jointly work together for the benefit of both Japan and Kenya. Also, last month, I was in the UK, where we again underscored the Kenya-UK Economic Partnership Agreement, again another 3.3 trillion market instrument that brings together a population of close to 120 million. To mention again is the Kenya-UAE Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement that we've just concluded, and I signed this last year with the UAE, again providing opportunity for growth in enterprise and business between the business community investing in our region. And not to mention, and not to forget, the East African community with a 336 billion common market, and with a population of close to 300 million in 8 countries. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, my message to you all is this. We are inviting investment partnerships that deliver strong returns and shared prosperity for all your enterprises and your businesses, and as we work together to translate our aligned priorities into fruitful ventures and transform our economy in Kenya, create jobs both in Kenya and in Japan, and lead the way in sustainable development. Let me conclude by saying that I am aware that many discussions have been gone into earlier, but I also want to invite you to purpose to attend the 4th International Investment Conference in Nairobi in March next year, where we will, in greater detail, present to you opportunities available for investment, for business, for collaboration, both in the private-public partnership space and in all the other spaces, not just in Kenya, not just in our region, but also in Africa. This will provide a very strong platform to cement our economic relations and to finalize further investment partnerships. Welcome to Kenya. Thank you very much for giving me your attention.